drewsome is this shit.
What's up, motherfuckers? It's your boy Drewsome on camera. Yeah, this is something new I'm trying. It's probably not gonna happen again, but I figured for this video I would do on camera because I'm actually being like serious for once in my life. Crazy, right? This is also not typically the mic I use. I stole this microphone from my friend and he's never getting it back. So I've always been someone that's drawn inspiration from every genre. Hip-hop and alternative were always my go-tos, but I still have a lot of love for things like country, pop, electronic, a lot of other things too. I have my favorite albums that I draw a lot of inspiration from. Tyler the Creator's albums Flower Boy and Igor helped me make my album Sobriety and that sound. I wouldn't say it's hard to inspire me, but I would say that in late, a lot of albums that have come out have not really done much for me. By the way, I also wrote this script in like February. I just finished it, but I started it then, so the albums I'm naming are a little older by this point, but just bear with me. From recent memory, the only things that have really hit me hard were things like Igor, This Summer, The Fall of Hobo Johnson. That album's really fucking good. Check it out if you haven't. I've always loved music, so I'm always gonna love an album that comes out by an artist I like. Whether it's Harry Styles, Jason Isbell, Rivals, I'm probably going to like it, but that doesn't mean I'll be inspired by it. Fast forward to August 2020, I'm in the car with my dad and my brother, and my friend sends me a link to an album that had just came out a couple days prior called Give Me a Minute by a lesser known artist named Lizzy McAlpine. In all honesty, I wasn't expecting anything too crazy, but on a first listen, I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking good. On a second listen, I was like, oh shit, there's a lot more meaning to this than I thought on my first. And on a third listen, I was crying my eyes out. I never cry over music unless I already have an established relationship with an artist. All I knew going into this album was her name. This album has become one of my favorite albums ever, alongside things like Wolf, Abbey Road, 10, so today I'm going to talk about it. Elizabeth McAlpine is a 21-year-old singer-songwriter from Pennsylvania. She's an independent artist with 2 albums and 1 EP under her belt. She attended Lower Merion High School and participated in musical theater. She even played the role of Penny in Hairspray. She attended Berklee College from 2018 to 2020 as a songwriting major. On February 9th, 2018, she would release her debut album Indigo with only 8 songs, clocking in at 22 minutes. The album focuses on themes of love and heartbreak, but today I'm not here to talk about Indigo. Not yet, at least. I'm here to talk about her album, Give Me a Minute. With a total of 13 tracks, about 44 minutes long, she returns with those same themes of love and heartbreak, but kicks it up in every aspect. Insanely better production, beautiful and mature lyrics, and incomparable performances on every song. RPM Media called this album a indie folk pop breakup album, but I would call it a modern masterpiece. The album starts with the title track, Give Me a Minute. A beautiful intro that shows McAlpine diving headfirst into this relationship, only to lose focus and begin to prioritize this person who may not be very deserving of it, letting them go and doing what seems best for both of them. This sets the theme for the whole album, a big game of will she, won't she. She clearly loves this person, and sometimes they sound like the best thing in the world, but other times they sound like the worst thing for Lizzy to get involved with. She truly needs a minute to think about all of this. Track 2 is a double song, Nothing, Sad and Stuff. It's my personal favorite from the album. It's about forcing yourself to leave a relationship that as much as you want to stay, you know you can't. While Nothing is a lot shorter than Sad and Stuff, I think it has the most beautiful lyrics in the whole song.
I'm not sorry that I loved you till I couldn't breathe.
That part gives me chills every time I hear it. Once you get into Sad and Stuff, Lizzy starts explaining the situation more, saying how things just aren't the way they used to be. Something isn't working. Maybe the timing is bad. Maybe the seasonal mood changes are clouding her judgment. Maybe it's something as silly as the fact that she doesn't speak Spanish. But in actuality, it's them. It's her partner that isn't the same. And she even admits that as good as it might be to see them and as nice as their comfort is, she would be okay without them. It's a beautiful song that's almost impossible to not cry over. Over the Ocean Call is track 3, and it's about Lizzy's breakup of a long-distance relationship. Being in Spain while her partner is in Boston. Quite literally over an ocean, she runs us through this international phone call. Even though she can't get her head straight, she needs to pick up the phone and do this. She tries to make it short, but she can't help feeling she's gonna hurt his feelings even though this relationship isn't working anymore. She's trying hard to convince herself that she's fine and it's the right thing to do, but it doesn't make it easier. The second half of the song is titled Andrew, which is clearly about me because I'm the only Andrew to ever exist. But it's described by Lizzy herself as a happy song. Honestly, she can explain it better than I can paraphrase, so I'm just gonna let her do it.
I knew I wanted Andrew to be on the album, but I didn't know whether I should have it be one track or two separate tracks. But I ultimately went with having it be one track because I feel like on its own, Andrew is a happy song. It's happy. You listen to it and you're like, oh, that's so cute, like, so sweet, she's in love. But putting it after Over the Ocean Call just makes it have a completely different meaning. It just hits so much harder because it's like you watch this breakup happen and then right afterwards it's like almost reflecting on the relationship and it's like so sad. So that's why I put it at the end of Over the Ocean Call, because I really wanted it to hit. And I think it did. So
I Knew is track 4, and it's described by Lizzy and her producer Philip as half a love song, half a breakup song, with the verses being filled with cute lyrics about walking to class with your partner and tying their shoes for them. And then the chorus asks why this person left her and tricked her into thinking that they loved her. Lizzy's vocals on the hook are so beautiful, yet heartbreaking at the same time because of how upbeat this instrumental is. It's beautiful. It really emphasizes it a lot. Something amazing about Where Do I Go, besides it being an amazing song, is that it was actually recorded in a bathroom. Lizzy really liked the way the reverby vocals sounded. I agree. I think it fits the song perfectly. She talks about knowing how to get around. She's always been really good with directions, but now without her partner, she feels lost and confused. She wants to tell him that she misses him, but she knows that she's the one that broke up with him first. She wants to tell him that she loves him, even if it's not the truth. The song plays into that anxious, confusing feeling, and it really leaves you feeling pretty empty, honestly. To the Mountains was actually recorded by Lizzy herself in her dorm room in Spain. She describes this song as the escape song, where she needs to just get away and focus on herself. She flees to the mountains, constantly ignoring that special someone. She actually said this song is inspired by her stepdad's farm in West Virginia. That's literally in the mountains. It brings her peace, it relaxes her when she's stressed. You Love is an interlude that Lizzy described as the ending to the first act of the album. It has a lot of similarities to the intro. It's short, so there's not much to pick apart besides the fact that the instrumental is very similar to the intros. It has more beautiful reverby vocals, heartfelt lyrics about being back at square one after a breakup. Mean Something was written and recorded in the same day. McAlpine said this song is basically her overthinking song, where you start talking to somebody new and every single thing has to be a sign. Seeing someone's name on a street sign, having matching zodiac signs. These little things have to mean something, right? Same Boat is another one of my personal favorites. She described this song about being in the beginning of a relationship and not fully knowing if the person feels the same way about you that you feel about them. It's extremely straightforward with its message, and Lizzy says how often she thinks about this person, all the things she wants to say to them. But she's scared because what if they don't feel the same way? The piano on this song is beautiful, and I cannot believe it was originally on guitar. I'm currently editing the video, and I got the Same Boat, and I said how much I like the piano part, and I kind of know it a little bit. I have to play it really low because my mom is sleeping and she'll cut my head off. But this is the little bit I actually know of Same Boat. Something like that, I think, off the top of my head. My camera died because I'm a stupid fuck. Pancakes for Dinner is another one of everyone's favorites, and rightfully so. This song seems to be about fear overall. The fear of being in this relationship, the fear of not being able to say all the things you want to. The cutesy lyrics are hit or miss for some people, but I personally love them. Lizzy had originally said that this song was a little darker before they changed the lyrics, and I think that just adds to the fact that this is a scary song. You want to be able to do all these things with someone before it's too late. Another beautiful, beautiful song, and I enjoy it very, very much. How Do I Tell You is the only song on the album that Lizzy co-wrote and originally wasn't going to be on the album. This song is about still feeling affection for someone who caused you so much pain and heartbreak, even while being with someone who genuinely cares about you and treats you the way you deserve to be treated. It can be hard to think that one day they just may up and leave, constantly needing reassurance because of past experiences. Another beautiful, slow song that pulls no punches in its delivery. Apple Pie is another favorite. This song is about how anywhere can be a home as long as you have the right person. Lizzy described this song being about home and finding home, and not just places you live, but the people you love. The hook describes every house in her dreams looking the same and the person who gives you that warm home feeling. The bridge of this song brings me to tears every time I hear it. It's truly a dream of mine to be able to write something that beautiful and that meaningful one day. Last but certainly not least, we have Headstones and Landmines. While being another song I hold very dear, this one was a little harder than others. Besides reading the lyrics and forming my own thoughts on the song, Lizzy also had these track-by-track videos that she went through every song on the album. Except for this one. So this one's gonna be all interpretation. So to Lizzy, if I'm putting words in your mouth, forgive me. I hate when people do that shit. What I get from this song is grief. While still being a beautiful song with an amazing string section, I'm hesitant to say this because I don't personally know Lizzy, but I feel like this song might be about her father's passing. Talking about headstones, flowers, buying nice things, and singing songs, but none of it truly helping. Oak trees and dirt piles, funerals and mistrials. Nothing works but time, and it all hurts, but it's fine. The end of the second verse is gorgeous as the strings increase and she sings,
The books don't say sorry, they don't crowd and cut. They're just observers collecting their dust. They know that nothing they say is enough, so they don't say anything.
a beautiful yet tragic note to end the album on. With that being said, here's the tracklist ranking, and this album is easily a 10 out of 10. A true modern masterpiece. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I probably won't be doing more of these like on-person videos. On-person? What the fuck? I probably won't be doing more of these in-person videos. I mean, like, it really depends on the subject. If you guys like this, let me know. If you prefer the voiceovers, let me know. It's probably going to be more voiceovers than anything, but I just wanted to try something new. Leave a like, leave a comment. That's not a death threat, please. Share the video and maybe subscribe. I don't really care. I'm just having fun.